morning. Welcome back to Dirt Millionaire Podcasts. I'm Jim Neville from PCS Exterior Cleaning, and welcome to this week's episode. We're going to jump straight in with talking about management. I've watched a lot of podcasts and got some advice of some very wealthy people in the industry and outside the industry, and I think the main problem that we weren't growing was management. We had to create a layer of management that wasn't me in the van with the boys, or a lad, or me part of the window cleaning team. So doing that, we've got an office space that we're at now. I'm not in the van with any of the lads any of the time. You won't find me in the van with them, helping them out. And that created, as Abacus said on his podcast with the Uncleanables, just a layer of management. So I'm not one of the lads. You know, I can have a laugh and a joke with the rest of them, but I'm not one of the lads going out doing the hard graft every day. I'm separate. I'm in the office, or I'm doing B&I, or I'm doing quoting, canvassing, the like. Also included in that, there was a recent addition was Kaz, and Kaz does office manager, so she runs all of the cleaner planner, runs all the sheets for the boys, the daily totals, and just keeping new customers updated, payments, just runs the whole back office system very well. And then Graham is also going to be starting his role 1 day a week doing like HR, performance reviews, a little bit of bookkeeping, because we found that I don't like just being presented with a bill from like HMRC or from the accountants. And watching the James Sinclair, I had a little conversation with him about the accounting software like Xero, and I think that we need to use Xero because we need to be aware of our numbers. We need to know if someone wanted, I've got an investor meeting coming up. If we have an investor meeting and they would want a P&L sheet, we should be able to produce a P&L sheet. We should be producing management books, sheets once a month at least, just to know how the company's going. So I've got all the figures up here, but you need to be able to produce it at the same time if someone's looking at it. If James Sinclair's we take a lot from James Sinclair. We've learned a lot over the years of how to run businesses. We've got people in the industry we look up to, and people outside the industry like my old man and a local friend of mine that's runs £1 million organisation. We just learned that the management side of it, there needs to be, I'm not viewed as one of the lads in the van. I still can have a laugh and a joke, but you need to be viewing me as the boss that gets the work, and that's my main job, is producing the work, producing revenue, keep on bringing in revenue. And my goal every single day is to bring in at least one job, no matter how big it is. And every single day there should be layers of jobs being brought in. So we've got Tom and Caroline that do get the work from us from Facebook. So the leads come in through there. We've got people working on Google for us. I do canvassing myself, or Jack will go and do canvassing for us. The BNI, I'm massive on BNI. I think it was a fantastic investment into my company, that we have now got a network of people giving us advice. So let alone the amount of work that we've got from it, or a range of work that we've received from it. We've done in about 14 grand in 7 weeks of BNI, which I think is brilliant when it costs you about 2.5 to join for the year, and some people don't get their money back in their first year, and we've done 14 grand in 7 weeks. So think about what we could do in a year of BNI. So I can see it's here to stay. So having those roles the next step is to remove myself from all of the management here. So I don't want to be the one accountable. There should be other people in the firm accountable for the running of it. So if there's a problem out in the vans, the boys have a problem, they should be going to Caroline or Graham to sort out those niggly problems. I can't find this address. I've snapped the bottom of a pole. Fittings have come loose and snapped off. Whatever it is, it shouldn't be me dealing with it. There should be a separation. So we're working constantly on that. Couple of other things that I wanted to make you aware of, we thought were a good idea, was having spares. Now, I've always thought that having a spare van might be a good idea, but it's a lot of money to be sitting outside the unit. It's just a spare van fully equipped. So for the moment, we do have a spare old banger van that's got enough equipment in it. Someone could go and work. If there was a van off the road, you could get by. I've got a trolley system that we put in there, and you could easily run a day out of that banger van outside. Just a cheap £1,000 van. It's insured, taxed, and we can put that system in it. Or if we need to go and do gutter clean, can put vac in it. If we want to do pressure washing, put the pressure washer and the bin and the stuff in it to do that day. I did grass cleaning, artificial grass cleaning out of it yesterday, just for a couple of B&I clients, because I like to do those. Make sure they're getting their top job. And you can see by the feedback that you get from, I always put on our group chat between me and all the staff, if anybody's got a good Google review, or if someone's said to us that they like the work that we've done, I will always tell the boys, even if it's for me, it's put on there, or put on Caroline's done something, it's put onto the system that that's acknowledged. And also keeping up, we've got the board behind, you can't see, but the board behind us lets them know what extra work the boys have picked up, and so everything's communicated to the whole company. I'm not hiding anything from them. You can see exactly how much revenue is produced by the company, how much everybody's doing per day, per week, how much commission they're on for extra jobs, which isn't a lot, because it's their main focus per day is getting £400 done every single day. But you will find, I'm just looking at the board now, and for example, Graham's on 35, 50, £58 extra commission from last week, which is great in your pay packet at the end of the month. They should be quite pleased with that. As of January, in regards to the spares, I'm getting my electric ID Buzz, which I've always wanted one of those. I think they look really smart in yellow, so it's going to look a little bit like the Only Fools and Horses van. And we might even put independent traders or New York, Paris, Peterborough on it, which might be quite a funny running joke. But that will be a permanent spare van, but also my van's forgetting about doing quotes and stuff like that, because the advertising, it's a tax write-off, but the advertising on the van is all signed written up, so the brand is there across all the vans, all the paperwork, all the text messages, everything that a customer sees has got the same brand on all of it, so that when they have to see it 4 times to make a purchase. Actually, one came through yesterday, which is a good example of that. So we've got a customer come through yesterday that came through on my website. They got the details wrong on the website, like what the house was, but we got the address. It was in Autumn, which is near us. I asked them how you heard about us, and they said, we got a leaflet through the door, we saw the van on our street, and there's a advert in the local newsagents, which I put in there as well. So that's 3 times. And then when we turn up to clean it, which is today, that's 4 times, because they're going to see the van again, they're going to see the system, how it works, they're going to meet a nice friendly member of staff, and you just think it's constant, over and over, it's constant PCS in your face. They're going to see it, they're going to understand what we're about, understand we're a good, honest, reliable firm in Peterborough and surrounding areas. You might have also noticed that I've got the new Meta glasses. They're quite good. I'm just doing a test for them. I'm going to have them for a week or so for my old man who's an optician, and see if it's something that he wants to do. But I just wanted to have a play. Gonna take it on a job in a minute and just record the job, so it's a point of view video that's then linked to my phone that I can put on social media or send to Tom to make an advert out of. So to sum that up, we're talking about management. I think it's very important, from what I've learned and a little bit of experience of it, that we don't want to be too involved. I was listening to another podcast the other week from Rob Moore, who's local lad, owns Progressive Property, and we do all of their cleaning of all of his HMOs, his blocks of flats, his offices, any gutter repairs or gutter cleaning. We do 7-story block of flats in Peterborough 3 or 4 times a year for him. There's 2 of those in the middle of Peterborough, and he was saying that he used to go down the gym with his staff, and he used to go out drinking with his staff and stuff like that, which is fine if you're a small firm. But as the firm gets bigger, it then becomes harder to separate yourself from those workers. Now, don't get me wrong, we have got booked at the end of November, the end of season 2, that everybody will go to. Me and my wife will turn up, the 2 directors are there for the company, all the staff and their partners come and have a meal on the company. We're going to go to a nice local teppanyaki, I think it's called, where they cook it in front of you, at Katana's in Peterborough. Shout out to Saran, who sorted us out there. We also clean the windows there. But there has to be a divide. We won't want to go drinking with the lads every week, and we don't want to be too much in their lives. There has to be that level of management above it. And then soon we'll bring in a C-suite, so there'll be the next layer of management above, just to take me further away from the day-to-day, so that we can really drive home revenue. They talk about CEOs, Chief Executive Officer, Chief Financial Officer, COOs, Chief Operating Officer, but as James Sinclair says, we should be CCO, Chief Cash Flow Officer, or CRO, Chief Revenue Officer. That's my role. I'm not a director of the company. I'm the man that goes out there and brings in work every single day, Saturday and Sunday included. No matter what it is, we're replying. I've quoted this week already. I've quoted a job in Manchester, London and Birmingham for the bigger jobs. I've been out, it's only Tuesday, and I've already been out and looked at 2 roofs this week that we've got. It's constantly bringing it in. So, hope you've enjoyed that. We would like to have a little shout out to any of the local companies that we deal with. So we deal with like Tom from CleanLink and the Uncleanables, Ryan and Dan, and there's a few companies though. DA Components, we buy all of our heads and stuff like that for the poles from him. That we would like to do a little bit of collab on here, maybe a sponsor of a episode, or if you want us to try out a little bit of kit for you, we're happy to do that. Not going to charge you anything for it, but just trying to bring the local or the community of exterior cleaners closer together. So I've been Jim from PCS Exterior Cleaning. This has been the Dirt Millionaire Podcast. Win and cut corners, we clean them.